Hey guys, this is SJ Football 16. There's only 10 games left in the Barclays Premier League season, and now today I'm going to be revealing my predictions for week 29 of the Barclays Premier League season, 2015 to 16. I'm going to start with the North London derby between Tottenham Hotspur and Arsenal. This is going to be really decisive for the end of the Barclays Premier League season. This is because Tottenham and Arsenal are both striving towards the Premier League at the moment. Tottenham's luck has been slightly better for the time being, but Arsenal, they've stumbled a bit lately. So I'm gonna say both teams are quite are around the same level at the moment. So I'm gonna say the final score is going to be 1-1, and I think the scorers are going to be Alderweireld for Tottenham, and I think Mesut Ozil is going to score for Arsenal. Now I'm going to head over to the Chelsea and Stoke match. I think the score in this is going to be 2-1 to Chelsea. This is because Chelsea, they've picked up their form a lot recently. Stoke, they're a consistent mid-table side with Mark Hughes as their manager, and I think the game is going to be quite tight. And Chelsea, they've been unbeaten so for the whole of 2016, so I can't see why they can't do it against Stoke City as well. So I think the scorers are going to be Pedro and Oscar for Chelsea, and I think Bojan is going to score for Stoke City. Now I'm going to head over to the game between Everton and West Ham United. I'm going to say this is going to be a 2-1 win for Everton. West Ham, although they beat Tottenham midweek, I think West Ham, Everton, I think they'll start to pick up some form a bit, and West Ham, they're not going to be going for the Champions League places, as we can see. And I think Everton, they have slightly better players than West Ham on paper, so I think that will end up being an addition to them, an advantage. So it's going to be 2-1, and the scorers are going to be Gerard Deulofeu and Seamus Coleman for Everton, and I think Dimitri Payet is going to score for West Ham United. Now I'm going to head over to the game between Manchester City and Aston Villa. There's not really any competition in this game. Manchester City, they're currently fourth in the league at the moment, and their form hasn't been that great lately, apart from the Capital One Cup win against Liverpool. And Aston Villa, they're bottom of the league, rock bottom of that division. So I'd say there's not really any hope for Aston Villa, so I'm going to say it's going to be 4-1 to Manchester City. The scorers are going to be Sami Nasri, Jesus Navas, Yaya Toure and Sergio Aguero for Manchester City, and I think the former Manchester City player Julian Lescott will haunt his club by scoring a goal against Manchester City. Now I'm going to head over to the game between the relegation battle between Newcastle United and AFC Bournemouth. Although it seems like it is a relegation battle, I don't think it will be that much of a battle in all fairness, because I think Bournemouth, they've played excellent recently, Newcastle haven't. So I think Bournemouth are going to win this one quite easily, as they had midweek against Southampton, and I can't see why they can't do the same way to Newcastle. I think it's going to be 3-0 to Bournemouth, and I think the scorers are going to be, I think Cook is going to score 2 as he scored in midweek and he's picking up form, and I think Charlie Daniels is going to score the other goal for Bournemouth. Now I'm going to head over to the game between Southampton and Sunderland. This game is going to be quite good. Well, not really actually. I think the score in this is going to be 2-0 to Southampton, and I think the scorers are going to be Victor Wanyama and Jay Rodriguez for the Saints. This is because Wanyama, he's a very good defensive midfielder, and I'm pretty sure he can score goals as well. Jay Rodriguez, he's a proven striker as well. So I think it's going to be 2-0 Southampton. Now I'm going to head over to another relegation battle game between Swansea City and Norwich City. These are two. This is probably going to be the battle to get the 18th to get the 18th spot. Is probably going to be either out of Swansea and Norwich to stay up, and Sunderland. I think the score in this is going to be a really interesting game. I'm actually going to say 3-3. And I think the scorers are going to be Wayne Routledge, Bafferton Bigomi, and Andre Ayew for Swansea. And I think the Graham Dorrans, Martin Olsen, and Patrick Bamford will score for Norwich. Now I'm going to head over to the late kickoff between Watford and Leicester City. I think Leicester, they're top of the league, and they were quite lucky in all fairness midweek, with the other teams doing quite badly as well. That's Tottenham, Arsenal and Manchester City. I think the score in this is going to be 2-1 to Leicester. They'll only just do it. Watford, they've played really well this season, and they could cause problems for Leicester, but I think Leicester will have a slight upper hand in this fixture. I think the scorers are going to be Etienne Capoue for Watford, and I think that Robert Huth is going to score too for Leicester, because he although he's a centre back, he can score. He's quite good in the air, and he can score goals from good situations for Leicester. Now I'm going to head over to the early Sunday kickoff between Crystal Palace and Liverpool. I think the score in this is going to be 3-1 to Liverpool. This is because Liverpool, they're a really good team, and they got to the Capital One Cup final. They didn't quite hit the heights there, but they managed to get revenge on Man City by winning midweek against them and possibly ending their title hopes. I think the score in this is going to be 3-1. James Milner will score 2, and Jordan Ibe will score 1 for Liverpool, I think. And I think James McArthur is going to score for Crystal Palace. And finally, the final game, West Brom and Manchester United. Although Rashford has been really good recently, I think West Brom have been playing really well, especially against teams like Leicester and Crystal Palace. So I'm going to say the final score is going to be 1-0 to West Bromwich Albion, and the scorer is going to be James Morrison. That's all from me for today. Don't forget to like this video if you haven't done so already. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to this channel. And don't forget to comment on any changes that you believe should be made in your opinion. So I'll see you guys next week.